So it's loading. Trying to find out where you can ask questions, or where I can see your questions for that matter. Oh, there it is. Hello. Yeah. For some reason I didn't get your messages. Oh, the book's doing great. Slowly. It's only went online yesterday. Oh, I actually know you. Hi. Yeah, I was a bit bored so far. Not much to do here right now. How are you doing? Long time no see. I'm just realizing how much the time delay is of this video, so if it takes some time for me to answer some questions or anything, then I'm sorry. I'm doing my best here. Living my life asks, in process of selling a van, buying an RV. I will be hopefully in June. Will you be somewhere there? I think in June I will actually be in Austria. I'm currently in Valencia, and yeah, but maybe we can meet somewhere along the way. No, I'm at this workout. Well, maybe you're coming down and I'm going up, so I'll probably go up around May, I guess. April, May, something like that. Something in the chat box will be okay. Oh well. I'm kind of trying to answer the questions underneath Kirsten's video at the same time, but there's so much of a delay I have to wait for it anyway. Prague is possibly on the list, but I don't know when though. Like, my plans changed so often recently. The only thing I really know is that in summer I want to go up to Scandinavia and possibly Sweden. But I'm definitely considering Prague. I've heard quite a lot about it, and it just seems like a great place to go. But I think going up to Scandinavia will mainly pass through Germany, since I've been talking to somebody who would like to join in, but I'm not sure about that yet. Thank you, Susan. I love the video as well. Kirsten did a great job on that. I was actually a bit concerned that my comments might be too negative, because when I came down 2 weeks to Barcelona, I had quite a lonely time, and that was too nice. Things have changed a lot in that concern, but that was yeah, I was a bit concerned that the interview was a bit too negative, but well, it turned out nice in the end. So yeah, thanks to Kirsten, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm currently answering questions underneath Kirsten's video still. So, more videos of my travels would be brilliant. Susan, you can find more videos of my travels actually, because I'm documenting the entire thing on this channel and on www.aboutwings.com. There will be articles about my travels and tips about traveling on a small budget, and all that jazz on the website as well. It's actually coming up the next days. And I actually wrote a book about traveling on a small budget, so you can check that out as well if you want to. There's a free chapter if you sign up for the newsletter. And yeah, but there will be more videos of my journey as well, because I've not only been to Italy so far. I'm currently in Valencia, and I've been in the south of Spain as well, and did quite a lot there. So there's a lot of videos coming up. It's just really hard to edit videos without electricity, and I'm being bound to working in coffee shops and libraries at the moment. So I'm trying to be quick, but it's not always that easy. But if you subscribe, you will definitely get a notification as soon as a new video comes out. Hey there, Irian? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Thanks for subscribing. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Great to have you here. Wow, there are many people on my website at the moment, from all over the place. That's so cool. Oh, even from Austria. That's if I'm not mistaken. That's awesome. Oh, 5 people watching. Hey, we're getting a new record here. One of them being me. If you have any questions, there's a chat below. Just ask them. This is really awkward. I've never done this before. Hello, MX 420 kids. Oh, Norwegian, nice. So you're from there, or? I'm originally from Austria, yes. Vienna. How many miles per gallon does my running get? It's hard to say because I think in kilometers and liters, but I can try to convert that. Give me a second. Can I? So. So it's 9 liters for every 100 kilometers. I can tell you so much. And converter, so good. There it is. So it's about 26.1 gallons per. No, hang on. Oh yeah, okay. It's 26.1 gallons per mile. I think. It looks like it. Okay, so I can definitely tell you it is 9 liters per 100 kilometers. This chart tells me it's 26.1. So the questions I didn't see. It's a diesel. It's a diesel. I'm quite happy about that. But as far as I know, I don't know where you're from. If you're from the US, then diesel tends to be more expensive than petrol. In Europe, it's exactly the other way around. Diesel is cheaper. So yeah, and it's a good mileage because it's just a really small van. It's not very heavy. But I have to say, I don't know much about cars. If I ever landed somewhere, wouldn't know how to get away if I stranded somewhere. I'd probably have to call some workshop. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention the diesel detail. Oh, why is that still running? Oh, there's a new question or new comments on the video. Do you have any questions? Yes, it's expensive. How much money does it cost me to make livable? That is a complicated question because it really depends on how much I travel and how much I drive. When I stay in one place, like I get along with 200 to 300 euros. If I don't, well, if I do travel and if I travel lots, it's hard to tell. Coming down from like the video that you saw from Kirsten, at the time I was in Barcelona, so the time coming down there cost me about, like, I guess 500 euros. D Photos said underneath the video that it would be interesting to catch up with me in 1 year from now. Because he thinks that I might change my mind about this. I don't know. That's the thing. I should tell him. I don't know if I changed my mind about it right now. I'm rather happy with it, to be honest. And it's been a while since we did the interview. It's been a couple of months. So that was one reply. How are you doing here? Do I ever see myself going back into a flat in the future? MX 420 kid asks. Not in the foreseeable future, to be honest. I don't know what the future brings, and I keep every opportunity and chance open, but I gotta say, right now, I'm really happy with the van. I'm considering getting a bigger van at some point, simply because I want something like a proper kitchen and just some opportunities to just stand up and maybe walk a little in there, even if it's not far, like even if it's just 3 meters or something, but just being able to make a step in there. And just to stay home when it rains outside without having to worry about opening the door when I cook or stuff like that. So yeah, bigger van would be great, but except for that, I don't see myself living in a flat right now. I do not regret starting this lifestyle at all. It was like best decision in ages. And I've been living in the van for about 5 months now. Oh, that's a lovely comment under the video from Biltane Cottage. She's quoting me, "Change is the one thing that powers this world. I agree with Robin, continue following your path, for it's your sacred journey. Blessings. I chose a different life over 10 years ago, and it's wonderful to be able to live one's life. Planting a permaculture food forest on 3 acres is my life now." That's beautiful. I've heard of that before, and I really like the idea. And I'm actually playing with the thought of maybe getting a piece of land at some point, and just parking the van there. I don't need to travel all the time. Ah. Yeah, a bigger van would be great. I don't know what class B van is. I can look it up. Hang on. Yeah, that's almost too big, I think. But it's definitely more to live in, that's for sure. Like in one of the upcoming episodes in the next months of About Wings, I'm actually trying out a bigger van. I don't know what model it is, but it is an actual camper van with quite a lot of windows and stuff, and I was always avoiding them because you can't really park in a city that easily. But when I lived in there, it was just amazing because it's just, yeah, I could move and I had a separate seating area and could just go there for reading, and sleeping was just on top of this top level. And I had my own kitchen where I could, that was in the mountains in the Alpujarras in the south of Spain. And it was rather cold at the time, and it actually snowed every now and then. So I had my sleeping bag with me that I usually don't use. And the great thing is I had a kitchen and I could just boil some water for a hot water bottle. That was amazing. It just felt cool to just be able to do that without having to get the gas burner, the gas cooker out of the bottom shelf and stuff like that. Susan, hey, welcome back. Oh yeah, double-decker bus would be amazing. I keep looking at those videos and pictures. I mean, it would almost be a bit too much space for me, I think, but still, it's a great thought. And yeah, but I think you need a special driver's license for that. So I'm quite happy because I only just made my own for normal cars and vans. So I'll deal with that for now. But go for it, Susan. On aboutwings.com, you can find a lot of resources about traveling on a small budget. And I also wrote a book about that topic, so you can check that out there if you want to. So I'm gonna answer that question. It's not actually a question, but it's about the permaculture food forest. I really like that idea. So, did that? Oh wow. So, what do the police do there if they catch you sleeping or parked somewhere? I don't know. Never happened in 5 months. But I'm always concerned about it. But apparently, it's not as dangerous. I don't know. As worrying as it would be in the US, from what I've heard. But I gotta say that if I'm in Hermes, people don't even notice that I'm in there. Like in Granada, somebody tried to break into the van because they didn't realize that the person was in there. And he was rather surprised when he realized that there was somebody in there. It was a very awkward situation, especially because I was half asleep. But if I would come across police, there's this thing. It's a gray area actually to sleep in your vehicle, because if you get too tired to drive, you're actually allowed to sleep in there. So I just happen to have a bed in fact there, so why not use it? So Living My Life says that he's moving into an RV now from his van. Good for you. Missing toilet, kitchen, and shower. But then stealth camping goes out the window. Well, I gotta say, I saw your van in your videos, and from what I could tell, it wasn't very stealthy, is it? Because there are a lot of windows. It's a pretty van, though. But I do get your point of missing a kitchen. And yeah, I can deal with the shower part and maybe the toilet part as well, even though sometimes it can be a bit pain in the bum. Okay, there's conversation happening. I like that. Yeah, I've heard that the US is a bit more strict when it comes to sleeping in the car. But as I said, people don't even realize I'm in the van. Ooh, I got a new message on the About Wings Facebook page. Cool. Well, things are going a bit wild here. Hard to keep track of everything. Oh, so you want to live off grid on your own property? That's amazing. I was considering that for a long time, but the thing is that properties just usually tend to cost much more than cars. Even though I've recently learned that that properties in Spain are incredibly cheap on the countryside. Like I've heard of this property of 3,000 square meters, and it cost the guy about 2,500 euros, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, I could afford that after like 3 months of saving. So I'm actually considering doing that sometime in the next years. but you only get those deals with the locals. So how often are you going to do a live chit chat, Wings? I have no idea. This is the first time I'm doing this, and I felt rather awkward in the beginning, especially because it took like 20 minutes for people to come in. But if people like it, well, I don't see any reason not to do it more frequently. But it's a bit complicated, just because I have to find a place where I can do it. But I'm enjoying this. It's rather fun. It's just a bit much at the moment because it's like all at the same time. Kirsten's video gets a lot of comments that need to be answered. You guys and messages on the About Wings Facebook page. Just everything's going down at once right now. It's really cool. I enjoy that. So thank you for all of your comments and questions. Yeah, I'm considering getting some land and maybe grow my own food there, but not stay put permanently, but coming down here in winter and going up north in summer. And yeah, maybe have some sort of a camping ground there to have earn like a small income from that and have somebody look over it. And if I feel like it, I can go there. That would be amazing. That sounds great, but not like a typical camping ground, but just some wild area where you can park your van, or maybe put up some yurts or stuff like that. I really like that idea. I've slept in a yurt about a month ago for a couple of nights, and it's just a really cool thing to do. Awkward silence. I should be some more popular. Oh, thank you. Well, the awkward silence might be due to the fact that the video is very delayed and that sometimes I need to answer the questions on the other video. So sorry for that. Send me a private message on YouTube too. Okay, I hope it's alright if I answer that later on. It's a bit much at the moment. Hey Gabs. Just found your word, Kirsten. What's the thing you're doing there? Where's your journey going? South? I'm actually currently in Valencia. We did the interview like 2 months ago and already was in the south of Spain by the Alpujarras. That's slightly south of Granada. And even further down by La Maroma, that's a mountain near Malaga. And did some workaway stuff there. It's all coming up in the series. It will take some time because editing on the go is not that easy. Right now, I'm put in Valencia because they have Las Fallas going on. That's this huge festival that's going on for about 3 weeks with lots of fireworks and brightly lit streets everywhere, and they actually put up really big statues made of, I don't know what plastic. I'm still a bit concerned about the material because they light the whole thing up at the end of the festival. And there's party everywhere every night, except for the street where my van is, bless. So I'm staying put here right now, and the weather's amazing, but I'm actually going back up north in 1.5 months, depending on how I feel about it. But right now the weather's amazing here, so I feel like staying a little. Thanks for the question, Gabs. If you're considering doing something similar, you can check out. Oh, what's going on there? I'm not online anymore, or what is it? I don't know. Can you still hear me? Because I can only see my logo at the moment. Ah, there we go again. yeah, if you consider doing something similar, or if you just want to follow my journey, you can always go on aboutwings.com and sign up for the newsletter. You'll also get a free chapter of my book if you do so. My book's about traveling on a small budget, so if you're interested in that, check it out. I'm actually opening the newsletter signups right now, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea because it might just open up more work. Oh wow. Yep, there's a lot going on here. I just think it would be nice to have a piece of land to call your own. So I can see the night sky without any light. Oh yeah, it's amazing to see the night sky with any light pollution. Believe me, I mean, you do believe me because you've probably seen it before, but I've had it quite often in the last months, and it's just outstanding. I actually love looking up into the sky. It's I actually mentioned it in one of the articles I wrote for About Wings recently. It's going online very soon. Yeah, I love looking up there. Free camping, wild camping. I just do it seriously. I mean, Hermes, as you can see in the video, it's very undercover, so I don't really have to worry in the city. But on the countryside, to be honest, I haven't really camped wild in the countryside yet. I've only stayed with other people and helped out to their property and stuff, so I can stay there for some time. But as far as I know, it's not legal to stay or to sleep in your vehicle, except for like when you're too tired to drive and you don't have any other way to sleep somewhere. So what's going on over here? Take a look at this video on YouTube. There's a shiny video. I'm not gonna answer that. Because I see that people have constant problems with that. If you sign up for the newsletter, make sure to check your inbox for the confirmation link. If you don't press that confirmation link, you're not signed up. I have a lot of unconfirmed addresses here. Make sure to check your spam folder as well for that, just in case. You know how technology tends to be. Oh my god, there are so many people on the website at the moment. How big is the cup of tea? It's a Starbucks-sized cup. And it is massive, yeah, I think it's like half a liter or something. Recommend laptop with the WT3 high top. No, I'm actually considering that as well. I don't think it's too big. And actually, I've seen so many people just parked on the street, sleeping in their vehicles. It's funny how you start noticing them everywhere as soon as you do it yourself. And to be honest, from my experience so far, I think that people don't worry as much about stuff like that here anyway. Especially in Spain, nobody cares. I think it's quite different than in comparison to the US. So I'm actually considering a T3 high top. The question is just, since I'm not very good with cars, or I I don't know too much about cars. It would be great to have a car that is very reliable, and I've heard that the old WD Volkswagen thingies tend to have the little problems every now and then. I'm definitely not a mechanic, although I might transform into one somehow if I have to. But Hermes actually, after like thousands of kilometers, there's still no trouble with him. So happy about that. Oh God, look at this. Oh my God. Oh yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. When life gives you lemons, make a converted budget van as a free camping home. Full of farm. A great comment. Where is this? Vienna, London, I'm lost. Well, I can't reply to that comment. There's no reply button. Sorry. If you watch that Chronic Fish, that's in Barcelona. Yeah, go for it, Gabs. I mean, that sounds amazing, and I can only recommend it. Seriously, I haven't regretted it ever since I started. Well, maybe I have regretted it sometimes. That was the moments when I had to rush down from Austria to Spain because it was just too cold, and it was basically a race with the weather. So I couldn't really settle anywhere for some time, and it was only like 1 to 3 days somewhere. So I couldn't make any friends, and it was rather lonely 2 weeks, and I'm not really a loner actually. So that was a bit frustrating, but except for that, I couldn't be any more happy with the life that I've chosen now. So I can highly recommend you do it. Go for it. Yeah, reliability is maybe a problem. That's true. Well, as I said, I'm happy Hermes hadn't been making any problems yet. So, am I thinking about solar for the van later? Yes, I'm actually considering solar for the van now, but there's just no money for it right now. But as soon as possible, I will get solar panels and a battery, either for Hermes or the next van. Yeah, I mean, I can only change. I can always change it from one van to the other. So if I get the money soon enough, then I'll install it on Hermes first, I guess, because that's definitely one of the major problems: a lack of electricity and internet. There are plenty of ways to get free internet. I actually figured out that I had a free source of internet around the corner of Hermes today, but it was too slow for answering all those questions or streaming live video for that matter. Well, you're welcome, Gabs. Personally, tell me more what country this was in. Hey, Robin here. That was in Barcelona, Spain. Quite some time ago. A few months ago. I'm in Valencia now. Currently answering questions here. if you are interested. Okay. Okay. So much going on. So, do you have internet on your cell phone out there? Yes, I do. Here in Spain, at least, because well, as far as I know, in the US, it's quite convenient because of the states that you just have one provider and you don't have to switch all the time. Here in Europe, things are a bit different because we still roam if we go to other countries. So I have to get a SIM card for every country I'm in. I do have one for Spain, but since it's a prepaid card, it's only like 1.6 gigabytes of internet, so I can't use a lot of it. The European Union was actually considering stopping the whole roaming craziness and just make one big thing out of it, like the US has. Sadly, like 2 days ago, I read that it didn't go through and that we still have to wait yet another few years for it. Hopefully they'll change it soon because it's a pain in the bum. So yeah, I do have mobile internet, but it's very limited. I haven't been to Croatia, but actually, funny enough, I have a friend here in Valencia who just came back from Croatia. He's originally from there and he's living here and is about to move to Iceland. So, I have been in Croatia, but not for Hermes yet. But that was like in my childhood sometime. Are you from there, Gaps, or do you want to go there? Oh, there's a tip from Ache Sucks. So I don't know. Underneath the video, saying that I should use charcoal for dehumidifying, humidifying, and against moisture. Just get a bowl full in his pan, will be mold free. Sounds great. Thank you for that tip. Thanks for the tip. Awesome. I love that when people give me tips, especially if they're really that's worth a lot. Charcoal. Okay, I'll remember that. There are more questions here as well. Oh, you're from Austria, Gaps. Cool. Hallo, wie geht's? And you want to go there. Christi. Am I vegan? No, I'm not actually. I'm not even vegetarian. Shame on me. No, I do eat meat, but I don't eat a lot of it because I think people just consume far too much of it, and yeah, there's far too much consumption of basically anything in this world at the moment. And since we consume quite a lot of meat, yeah, the production of it is not very nice either. So I'm trying to keep it slow as possible, but I have to admit I do enjoy meat, but I don't eat it in the van. My first trip should be Croatia, if you can recommend it. I haven't been in Croatia in 4 years, guys. Like the last time was when I was a child, so I can't tell. But as far as I know, it's a beautiful country, uh, and I don't see any reason why you shouldn't go there. Just as far as I know, in winter it's not too warm there either. So maybe go for spring, summer, or autumn or something. But don't take my word for it. I haven't been there in a while. So as to if it would make cooking easier on the road if I was vegan, true. The thing is, if I'm in the van, I only eat vegetarian actually. So I only eat meat when I'm out and about every now and then. So what's going on over there? What van do you have, Cabs? And why are you thinking specifically about Croatia? That would be interesting too, actually. Larger science van would have fit both a bed and a seating area. Nice concept, but too messy and cluttered. It is indeed, yes. I gotta admit, with the Meet You Your Space channel. So I just answered that I totally agree that a larger van would be nice, and that's a bit messy in there. And it's funny because I saw the video, and we actually did that interview about 2 months ago, or even three, something like 2.5 months. So I saw the video and I was like, oh my god, I had so much stuff at the time, and it's chaos. The van has evolved a lot of things I've just let go of. And there's actually more storage now, and it's much more cozy, and I don't unfold the bed every time I sleep. I actually put a little box in the space between the two sofas, and have my mattress on there. It's really slim to sleep on, but it's fairly enough if I sleep in there alone. So it's much nicer not to have to set up the bed every day. But yeah, I was rather shocked when I saw all that stuff in the box. When I opened it in the video, I was like, "What the hell? How could I have so much things?" It's still not little, but it was that was quite a lot. Hey, we've got a new person here. Matthew, I don't know. What are my thoughts on fish? I have to say I hate fish. I never liked fish. And in my childhood, when I was in college, we had this buffet where we had fish nearly every day. So I am not actually allergic, but I'm psychologically allergic, mental allergic to fish and seafood. I just don't like it. And I wouldn't eat it in the van either, I guess, because it's just really, really smelly, I guess. Well, I wouldn't sleep with a girl in my van because I'm into men, but yeah, I've done that and it works. It's enough space. My setup is nice, and you were able to build it yourself. Yeah, well, I was actually surprised because I have never done anything like it before, and I've never really worked with wood before. And you can actually see one of the mistakes I made in the video, where like one of the boards is too high, so I have to open the cupboard up to unfold the bed. Never got around fixing that, but I had like somebody who was about double the age of me, like around 50, tell me that they couldn't have done it any better, and I was like, I was surprised when he said that, and rather flattered. Mercedes Sprints are actually the most reliable. Oh, that's good to know. I've heard of them quite a bit so far. I've done work with the van, MX 420 kit. Kirsten. How long do I think I'll last in the van and eventually change my living style? I don't know. I really don't know. At the moment, I'm really happy with it, and it's been about two and a half months since we did that interview, and I've been living in the van for about 5 months now. But every now and then, it's a switch to other sleeping places. But I have to say, I'm really happy with it at the moment, and I might get a bigger van at some point, but I don't see myself living in a flat anytime soon. But well, as I say in the video, life is about change, and I like to go with the flow, as they say. And if I feel like living in a flat, well, nothing is forever, so I could just get a flat, you know. But right now, I don't feel like it. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So I've Kristen, I don't know how to say it. I have, yeah. I have. We're getting into private details, guys. I keep seeing it here. If anybody of you has signed up for the newsletter, and you don't get your confirmation link sent to your inbox, please let me know, because people keep having that problem, and I'm not sure if that's because of the service or just because people don't see it. So please please, if that's the case, let me know if you don't get that email. That's important. How did I come up with the brand name About Wings? That's a good idea, because that's a good question. I've actually been brainstorming with a very close friend of mine who actually sponsored the second episode of About Wings. In his bedroom, just lying there, just trying to come up with something, because I really wanted to have something with wings, and there needed to be a domain for it as well, a free one. And actually I wanted something like Robin's Wings, but that was obviously taken. So actually have the idea for the logo much earlier before that. And so the word wings was just really important for me, because it has this sense of for freedom, and yeah, that was the thing. And at some point I just realized, like, it took me days to finally come up with the right name, or a name that I would be happy with. And yeah, About Wings was the outcome in the end. Do I see myself with a pet or not so much? That's funny, because like actually 1 month ago or so, I was actually considering taking a foster dog from a family where I helped out, the work away there, because the dog and I, we just had this really good bond, and he just found his way into my heart somehow. But the thing is, it is a really small vehicle, and the dog was actually car sick, so not very adjusted to driving. And the thing is, right now I'm still not having the amount of money that I have for a dog. And I mean, a dog would be amazing, and it would have been cool, but sadly I couldn't take him in the end. And the really sad story about it is that he actually ran off the day before, like the day I left them. And yeah, he ran off a day, like a couple of hours before I left, and I think he hasn't been seen ever since. That, yeah, it's a bit sad. But yeah, I do see myself with a pet, but maybe not now at the moment with the small van. To answer that question. What does my family think of my lifestyle? Funny you ask. My mom actually got me the van in the end. I was about to set up a Kickstarter campaign to raise the money for a van, and she surprised me for my birthday with a really unexpected van. That was really unexpected. I didn't think she would do that. And yeah, I mean, she almost told me indirectly at some point. And I thought about it, and I was like, oh my god, that's so ignorant. Just thinking about it. Stop it, Robin, stop it. And then all of a sudden, she says she has this one more present and walks with me along her car park, and they were like, whoa, wait, what? So my mom supports it, and she's actually rather jealous every now and then. My grandmother, very similar, not the same though, but I talk to her every now and then. We write a lot via email, and every now and then we're on Skype. And she says I'm doing quite a good thing for myself, because she wishes she would have traveled more when she was younger. Yeah, the rest of the family. Well, my dad is partly a bit jealous too. He has a lot of plans with his life too that are a bit similar. So. Yeah. So yeah, full support of the family, from the family, I guess. Would love to see your progress in living that life. See you later. Need to go to work. Okay, Gaps. See you around. Thanks for checking in here. What are my thoughts on George W. Bush? Are we talking about senior or junior? I can only talk about junior. Well, I wouldn't be a supporter, let's say it like that, but since I'm from Europe, I'm not too concerned with your elections. Um, yeah, but I don't have too much of an opinion of him, to be honest. There was a lot going wrong in the time he was like in his administration. Uh, do I think that? I just saw this the follow-up question. I have no idea, and I don't care. Martian Lynch. I have no idea who that is. Who is that? Let me look that up. If it's an actor or something, I'm really sorry. I'm really bad with actors, especially these days because I don't have a TV. Seems to be some sport guy. Seahawks. Actually, we don't really have American football in Europe, so even if I was into normal soccer or football, or I could because I'm not too much into those kind of sports either. Sorry. So I have no idea. I didn't even know who he was. How much does the bigger van I want cost there? I have no idea. It depends on the van, and if I would buy it secondhand, I guess. I'm aiming for something between 3,500 and 5,000 euros, or maybe more if I have the money and if the vehicle is right. So GWB was George W. Bush. Yeah, well, let's not get into politics here. Marston Lynch seems to be a American football player. At least that's what Google tells me. Damn! Who? I've got so many names. Are that all football players? Or... No, that's basketball. No idea, no. Don't know him. Who's Tony Parker? I'm learning so much here. Tony Parker. Into basketball. Cool. No, not into basketball either. Sorry. XP. How is that a thing asking me now if I know this person? Nope. Don't know him either, but he's a pretty lad, that's for sure. From what I can see here. Oh, he's a classical pianist. But Google was showing me a basketball player. Sorry, Tony Parker, I guess. I don't watch any sports. If even I do sports, but I don't watch sports, especially because I don't have a TV. Remember? And I don't actually want a TV in the van. Like I keep seeing people who have TVs in their van, and I still don't understand it because I don't really see reason in that. If I want to watch movies, then I do it via the internet, or I download something also, and watch it on the computer. But like I'm not living this life to watch TV. What time is it here? It's 1:03 p.m. What's my favorite color? My favorite color is violet and orange and green. I don't know, but I guess violet is the thing. Do I like YouTube? Yeah, of course. I'm making videos for YouTube, so yeah, and I do watch a lot of videos on YouTube too, if I have internet for that. Do I like chicken? I do. Living ants and on the plate. What I thought of big whales. I guess they're really big. or is that some sort uh, of sports team? Yeah, the questions seem a bit out of context, I must admit. I'm currently looking for my charging wire anyway, so because I'm running out of battery here. I'm also running out of tea, which is not very good. Actually, this morning I thought I had internet in the van, and I do, but it's just so slow I can't use it for anything like this here. I couldn't even answer the questions and the comments underneath the video of Kirsten. So I had to come here. It would have been cool to stream live from the van, I guess. I hope I can do that someday. Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna plug in the computer. Here we go. Robin's got power again. Why am I wearing my headphones? Just realized I don't really need them. So, do you enjoy sushi like most Americans? Yes, I do, but I don't eat fish, so I only eat like vegetarian sushi. But that's not because I wouldn't eat fish, it's just I don't like fish or seafood. Not because I'm vegetarian or something. And there's a lot of sushi culture here in Europe. Do you think you will ever upgrade your van to a monster truck? Of course. Really big wheels, just roll over everything. It's especially good for staying undercover in stealth mode. I know nothing about sports. Well, join the club. It's 5 a.m. here. I have to crash out. Cool talking to you. Yeah, it was cool talking to you too. Thanks for the great questions, and yeah, well, have a good night's sleep. 5 a.m. That's quite late or early. See you soon. See you around, Susan. Thanks for the tip. Oh, I thought, okay. You keep writing buy as in buy something with money. So getting confused here. Have I been to Africa? I was considering it. I was considering going to Morocco, but I didn't in the end because I randomly made the decision to come back up a bit more north. Now I'm in Valencia. But I saw Africa though, from Please stand by. Sorry for that. I'm good. Good to be back. I think it was oh well. Just the thrill we waited for them quite a long time. Says Americans like point of view. Thank you for we have very serious growth whether we make understanding slow. But the way you're doing is very good. Do you say anything? Oh, what's the language? That's all. See? to a family sailing Europe with and to be honest, I I'm gonna say that.
Ya está bien, vamos a
So if you have any questions, ask me. I have to chat video chat
Ya, cuando haces el movimiento. Hay una campana, hay una esa soltura, ¿no? De como cuando juega al fútbol, que sabe que toca por encima. Pero el último de entrenamiento, no tiene ese ahí. Vamos a tener los reflejos.